And the one whom you love is so near and dear to Allah. And as a result of that nearness and dearness to Allah, that's why this way of awliya, when they would speak and they would talk about how much this creation is made from love. Allah describing, I'm a hidden treasure. Allah's essence is love. Everything is held together by love. The weight of love is so immense, it can't be understood. Means the pain and the suffering of love can't be understood. The thought of love is not the love of the West. The West thinks love is something physical. Love is an immense pain. Imagine all that what Allah is seeing, and imagine what Prophet is seeing. His nation, creatures, everything. Everything that he holds dear to himself, and all in immense sufferings and yelling and screaming, surgeries with no medication, not even surgeries, just people in unbelievable conditions, most of them children and infants on this earth. And in every condition, every nation, whatever the religion, all of them belong to the Divine. And the reality of love is that Allah created that with love and now it's being damaged. And the very essence of that love is what shaitan is trying to attack, to inflict a harm and a sadness upon the Divine. Allah's free from emotions, but the one whom's not free from emotion is Sayyidina Muhammad, because he's creation. The Creator creates the attribute of love and ishq and sadness and sorrow. It says, there's one soul in which is the glue of all realities. This is through this way of marifah, because there's no partnership with the Creator. For us to understand, once you enter to creation, then Creator is free from everything. But He created creation and there is a soul within this creation that feels, that laughs, has sadness, has love, has compassion, has mercy. All of these Divinely attributes are sent upon this Ruh al-Wahid, this one soul. That soul carries the understanding of love, because Allah is a hidden treasure wanting to be known. That soul, we say Muhammadan Rasulullah, and Holy Qur'an calls it Ruh al-Wahid. خلق الإنسان. We created this creation from one soul. Surah 4 verse 1. That soul is the basket of all emotion, all attributes, everything that the Divine wants to reflect towards this creation, to the limit of what creation creates separate from Creator. So then who carries sadness to the extent that cannot be imagined is the soul of Prophet, and that he carries what nobody can carry. And this is why Allah describes in another verse of Qur'an is that we offered the trust. What was the trust? It was love. We offered that trust to the mountain, it said no, to the angels said no, to everything. But insan agreed to carry that, but not knowing the immensity of the pain and the suffering, the immensity of what ishq and muhabbat is. We said yes, not knowing that reality, but Prophet understands that reality. And this way of love oversimplified that, oh, we feel love, but real love is when you feel the pain of that love, the sadness of that love, and everything that love goes through or will go through, you feel its sadness. As a result of this ishq, as a result of this love, as a result of admitting to ourselves our weaknesses, awliya came into our life and said, look, there's a much more powerful path for you to understand. It's not based on your actions. Don't listen to these other people who don't know, they don't know what they're facing, they don't know what type of judgment lies ahead for them. But take from us that your path should be based on love. Love Sayyidina Muhammad in all your eagerness to get his holy attention and as a result he will pass Sirat al-Mustaqim. That your soul, its reality is to cling to his reality. That I'm not asking through my actions to be judged, Ya Rabbi, I'm asking that grant me to love him with whatever ability I have. Because love is not something you judge. Allah doesn't come and say, this love was not good enough, because everybody to their ability. And the only prayer you have to make is, Ya Rabbi, let me to love him more with my life, my breath, my actions, my doings, my character, everything.